Welcome! In this video, I'm going to do an unboxing of the Marvel Champions of Card Games Civil War expansion. So down at the table, I've got the Civil War expansion for Marvel Champions. You can see this is a special 274 card custom scenario expansion for Marvel Champions of Card Games. Centers on the conflict between two great heroes, Captain America and Iron Man, as they clash over their ideals. Civil War comes with 4 all-new standalone scenarios that can be fully customized as you see fit. Mix and match main schemes and encounter sets to create your own unique experience, or challenge your friends in the new optional competitive mode to claim victory for your team. It's hero versus hero, and in this time of strife, everyone must choose a side. Will you fight alongside Iron Man in favor of the superhero registration, or will you join Captain America on the side of the resistance? So you can see this comes with 2 complete pre-built hero decks for Hulkling and Tigra. And as for the leaders that you get to fight against, it comes with Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Captain America, and Spider-Woman. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. So we've got our rule book. We got an FAQ on the back, competitive mode, quick reference guide for the round structure, competitive mode rules, and winning the game. Starting up with the leader cards, identity cards, set symbol, going through custom scenarios, going over our leaders, content overview. So we've got 2 leaders for registration, Iron Man and Captain Marvel. For the resistance, Captain America and Spider-Woman. 8 main schemes, 8 modular encounter sets, and standard PvP encountered sets. So rules for making or creating a custom scenario, further customization, playing a custom scenario or solo, and then our pre-constructed registration scenarios for Iron Man and Captain Marvel. So they go over your leader, main schemes they recommend, and the encounter deck for each. Then for the resistance, Captain America and Spider-Woman. Featured terms, some keywords that looks like most we've seen before. Amplify icon, alternate encounter card back. And we've got a comic setting off this whole fight. Inside the prison. So setting up for battle. Then going into competitive mode. How the play areas will be. Playing a game, winning a game, the next scenario pack, Synthesoid Smackdown, and just going over our starting deck. So Hulkling is in protection, Tigra with aggression. Let's go ahead and grab some cards then, start separating. So we've got all these. All right, first I'll go ahead and separate. So we've got Captain America, leader, so 14 cards. Then New Avengers, so these are all the modular sets. We've got Falcon, Black Panther, Namor, Atlantean Guard, a reference card, cooperative and competitive. We'll take a closer look at each of these here in a bit. Spider-Woman, then we've got Spider-Man. The Defenders. Hell's Kitchen. Cloak and Dagger. And I think I'm just going to stack all these up. I don't have that much room. All right, Resistance 1A and 2A cards. And then standard PvP. Got some basics. And in that stack, we've got Iron Man's cards, 14. Mighty Avengers, The Initiative, Maria Hill, Dangerous Recruits. And another reference card. And Captain Marvel, 14 cards. With Cape Killer, Martial Law, Heroes for Hire, Paladin, and Schemes, and standard PvP and basic cards on that side. Then our Hulkling cards. And all of Tigra's cards. All right, let's first take a look at our reference cards here. So the leader in play is called the enemy leader for cooperative mode. Text that refers to the villain applies to the enemy leader. Text that refers to the enemy team applies to the players. Resolve these abilities using the Grim rule. Imagine an opponent would do if it were their choice. And text that refers to your leader cannot be resolved. These abilities typically have an alternate way to be resolved. Do as much as you can. Then competitive. Cards in the enemy's team game area are not in play in your game area. Their abilities have no impact on your game unless they specifically refer to something in your game area. Text that refers to the villain or the enemy leader only applies to the leader in your game area. Text that refers to your leader only applies to the leader in the enemy team's game area. Text that refer to the players, each player per player, only applies to the players on your team. When the enemy leader attacks your leader, the first player on your team gives the enemy leader a boost card and resolves the attack. So there's some quick reference cards. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our heroes. So Hulkling, he's got 1 for thwart, attack, and defense. He's Avenger, Kree, and Skrull. Chosen shape, force response. After a shapeshift upgrade enters play under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control, and ready Hulkling. Hand size of 5, hit points of 13. Alter ego side, Teddy Altman, recovery of 4, Kree and Skrull. Cannot have more than 1 shapeshift upgrade in play. Shape changer is an action. Search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. Hand size of 5. And then we've got his base 15 cards. The Altman Residence. 1 call support. Alter ego action, exhaust it. Heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman and shuffle a Hulkling card from your discard pile into your deck. Self-healing's always a good card. Then we have a 2-cost upgrade, Winged Shape. Hulkling gets +1 thwart, attack, and defense. It gains the aerial trait. Hero response after you play an event. Exhaust Winged Shape to remove 2 threat from a scheme. These have 2 resource icons on them. And we have Wiccan, 2-cost ally, thwarted 2, attack of 1, 2 health. After you play him from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. Then a 2-cost upgrade, Hulk Shape. Gives Hulkling +2 attack and +1 defense. So response, after you play an event, exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to an enemy. 2 physical resources on that one. Then a 2-cost upgrade, Armored Shape, gives Hulk +1 attack, +2 defense, and gain Retaliate 1. Hero response, after you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. Then Imitation Shape, 2-cost upgrade, Gets +2 thwart, forced interrupt. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. Then hero response after you play an event, exhaust imitation shape to draw a card. Then 3 cost upgrade, alien physiology. Exhaust it, generate a wild resource. 2 wild resources instead of paying for a Hulkling card. Really like that one. Then we have 3 shapeshifter strikes, 2 cost events. Hero action, it's an attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy, ready your shapeshift upgrade. Then 2 armored defense, 1 cost events. Hero interrupt, defense, when an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough status card. 2 impersonations, 2 cost event. Hero action, thwart, remove 4 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may change to alter ego form. Then we have a shapeshifter, 0 cost event. It's a hero action, search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. So that's the Hulkling core cards. Then he comes with protection. So allies, we have the Patriot, 3 cost ally, thwart 1, attack of 2, 3 health. Response after you engage a minion, give Patriot a tough status card. Then Brother Voodoo is a reprint, 3 cost ally, thwart 2, attack of 1, 3 health, 2 consequential for thwarting. After he enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event card, add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Then we've got a hidden base, 2 cost support, gets 3 counters, alter ego response. After you change form, exhaust it, remove a stronghold counter from it, give your identity a tough status card. Night Nurse, a reprint, glad to see, 1 cost support, gets 3 counters. It's an action, exhaust it and remove a medical counter from her, heal 1 damage from a hero, and discard a status card from it. Then Excelsior, 1 cost upgrade, Kree, scroll a weapon, restricted. Response, after your hero defends against an enemy attack, spend an energy resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Then we have 3 defensive conditioning, 2 cost upgrade, play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Get +3 hit points and your hero gets +1 defense. I can do this all day, 1 cost event. Hero interrupt, when an enemy attacks, declare your hero as a defender without exhausting them. Then 3 taunts, a 1 cost event. Hero action, a villain attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack and draw 3 cards. And 3 tackles, another reprint, 3 cost event. Stun an enemy. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, deal 3 damage to that enemy. And 3 cuts both ways. 0 cost event. It's a hero interrupt during defense. When an enemy attacks, you gain retaliate 1 until the end of the phase. And another reprint, got preservation, max 1 per deck. After you spin this card, heal a damage from your hero. So that's his protection cards. Then we've got basic, Iron Lad, 2 cost ally, thwart 1, attack 1, 3 health. When he uses a basic power, exhaust another Avenger ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to Iron Lad's power for this use. 3, assess the situation. Also a reprint. 0 cost event. It's an action, you get +1 hand size until the end of the phase. Then our bad cards, our obligation, complicated lineage. Give to Teddy Altman. You may flip to alter ego form, choose to exhaust, remove it from the game, or discard each shapeshift upgrade you control and discard this card. Then we have our Nemesis set with a Super Scroll, Scheme of 1, Attack of 1, and 5 health. The Forced Interrupt ability. We have our Side Scheme. After any number of cards are discarded from the top of a player's deck, place those cards face down under the scheme. Then 3 cards to shuffle in. Fantastic Powers. Attached minion gets +3 hit points and retaliate. Find a Super Scroll and put them into play engaged. If you are in hero form, they attack you. And you're coming with me, Treachery, and that's got some options for Alter Ego and hero form. So that's everything for Hulkling. Let's take a look at Tigra. 4-1, attack of 2, defense of 3. She's an Avenger. Each minion with a copy of Hunted attached loses guard. Then on the Hunt response, after the player phase begins, draw a card for each minion engaged with you to a max of 3. Hand size of 5, hit points of 10. Alter Ego, got a recovery of 3. Police, undercover work. As an action, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Hunted. Add it to your hand. Limit once per round and a hand size of 6 on this side. So her base 15 cards. I'm sure we'll see Hunted here in a bit. Got Moon Knight, 1 cost ally, thwart of 2, attack of 2, 3 health. Force response after he enters play, searching counter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play engage with you. Stun and confuse that minion. Then a Precinct HQ, 2 cost support. It's an Alter Ego action, exhaust it. Remove a threat from a scheme. Remove an additional threat for each minion engaged with you. Cat's Head Amulet, 2 cost upgrade. Exhaust it. Generate a physical resource for each minion engaged with you to a max of 3. Sharp Claws, 1 cost upgrade. When you make a basic attack, exhaust it. Tigra gets +1 attack for this attack and choose. Can gain Overkill or Piercing. Then we have another one of those. Then we have 2 cat-like reflexes, 1 cost upgrade. When you would take any amount of damage, discard cat-like reflexes, prevent 3 of that damage. You may confuse a minion engaged with you. Then 3 Hunted, which is a card mentioned here. It's an additional cost to play this upgrade, searching counter deck and discard pile for a minion, put it into play engage with you, attach Hunted to that minion and stun it. It's an interrupt when attached minion is defeated, ready Tigra. 3 Tooth and Claws, a 4 cost event. Reduce the cost to play this event by 1 for each minion engaged with you. It's a hero action, deal 4 damage to an enemy, and then deal 4 damage to an enemy. And 2 Feline Senses, 2 cost event. Hero action, remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, stun a minion. So that's her base 15 cards. And she came out with Aggression. So we've got the 2-Gun Kid, 3 cost ally, thwart of 1, attack of 2, 3 health. It's an interrupt when 2-Gun Kid makes a basic attack. Choose 2 enemies instead of 1 and resolve this attack against each of them. Then Spider Girl, a nice reprint. 2 cost to ally, thwart of 1, attack of 2, 2 health. After you play her from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. Then 3 Air Covers, 1 cost support. Gets 2 fuel counters, max 1 per player. After a minion enters play, exhaust this card and remove a fuel counter from it. Search your deck and discard pile for a tactic upgrade that can be attached to that minion and add it to your hand. So I guess real quick, not a tactic upgrade. All right, aggressive conditioning, 3 cost upgrade, play under any player's control, max 1 per player, get +3 hit points, and your hero gets +1 attack. 3 of those. 3 suppressing fire, 0 cost upgrade, attached to a minion. That's a tactic, max 1 per minion. Hero interrupt, when you attack and defeat attached minion, heal 2 damage from your hero. Then Bring It. I believe this was in the Thor set. 0 cost event. I don't know, with Rocket. Draw 1 card for each minion engaged with you as a hero action. And Coup de Grace, 2 cost event. Hero action. Defeat a non-elite minion with an upgrade attached. Ignore any when defeated abilities on that minion. 3 Savage Strikes. 3-cost event. Hero Interrupt. When you make a basic attack, you get +6 attack for this attack, and this attack gains piercing. And Audacity, another reprint, max 1 per deck. Hero response: after you spend this card, deal 1 damage to the villain. Then the basic cards, we have Yellow Jacket, 3-cost ally, thwart of 2, attack of 2, 2 consequential on both, 3 health, play only if you have the Avenger trait. Response: after Yellow Jacket enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. Then we have the 3 dual resources with Strength, Genius, and Energy with new artwork. Then our obligation, In Too Deep. So give to Greer Nelson player, may flip to Alter Ego, choose, exhaust it, and remove it from the game, or each minion engaged with you activates against you. No minions activate this way. In Too Deep gain Surge, and discard this card. Then we've got the Hood, scheme 1, attack of 1, 4 health, Study and Villainous. After he attacks, place a threat on the criminal underworld side scheme, which gives each criminal minion cannot take damage. And the other 3 cards, you've got the Hood's Mantle, getting +1/+1. Either goes to the Hood or the villain. After you make a basic attack against the enemy, spend those 2 resources to discard it. Then Madame Mask, 4/2, attack of 1, 3 health. Reveal, place 2 threat on the criminal world side scheme, otherwise find it and reveal it. And Jigsaw, scheme of 1, attack of 2, 3 health, quick strike. After he attacks and damages a character, place 2 threat on the criminal underworld side scheme. So that is everything for Tigra. So go ahead and just put these off to the side. All right. Take a look at our leaders, Captain America. So the leaders now come with 4 different versions. So you'll have normal, you'll be using 1 and 2. And if you play an expert, you'll use 3 and 4. So you can see how his stats move. Scheme starts at 1, goes up to 2, or attack goes from 2 and makes it up to 3. Setup, enemy finds his shield and attaches it to him. After his shield is attached to him, he gets a tough status, 14 health per player. Then here, moving up to steady. Deal each player an encounter card, and he cannot take damage this phase. So once you reveal him, you're done dealing damage. Same response, 18 health. If you're playing expert, gets a shield, same ability, and 18 health. And looks like this is doing the same stuff, but 22 health per player. And we've got 1A and 2A, so just going over how you set up. Competitive mode, the enemy finds a choosing side scheme and your team reveals it. Cooperative mode, you find the chosen leader's side scheme and reveal it. Threshold of 7 per player. If there's more than 1 player, gains Hinder 2. When revealed, the enemy team searches the counter deck for minions per player and deals 1 to each player. It's a face down encounter card. And if you make it through that, the enemy leader gets +1 attack, +2 instead if it's undefended. All right. Then you've got his shield, giving him retaliate. And attacks against him lose piercing. So force response. After a hero or the Captain America leader uses their attack to attack and damage attached character, attach cap shield to the attacker. So it looks like your hero and captain are going to be giving a shield back and forth to each other, or stealing it from each other. He's got his helmet, +1 scheming, gives him stalwart. And after you make a basic attack against him, spend 3 resources of the same type to discard it. He's got his serum, 2 of those, gives him +2 attack. When he attacks, the attack gains overkill. At the end of the attack, discard it. Shield block, so I mean if you played Captain America, all these cards are somewhat familiar. Let's see. If the cap shield is attached to him, give him a tough status card and a face down boost. Otherwise, he gets the shield. Give him a face down boost card. Then we've got shield toss, 2 of those. Either he'll scheme, or he's going to deal 2 damage to each character you control, or get his shield back. Then we've got heroic strikes. Discard an ally or an upgrade, or he's going to attack you. And if you take damage, get stunned. And fearless determination. When defeated, attach the shield to Captain America, and he activates against the player who defeated the scheme. So that is Cap. Now on to Spider-Woman. Got her 4 versions. So scheme going from 1 to 2, and attacks going from 2 to 3 with an asterisk. For setup, going to find the finesse and attach it to her. Force interrupt. When she attacks, she gets +1 attack for each skill counter on finesse for this attack. Remove each skill counter from finesse. Then she'll get steady. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. She cannot take damage. And same ability, so 13 and 17 health. And in expert mode, got the same abilities but 17 health. And looks like the same abilities and 21 health. Alright, setup looks the same here. Getting hindered to more than 1 player. When a player reveals a treachery, place a threat here. Then on to 2B. The enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for side schemes, deals 1 to each player. Alright, then herd cards, you've got the finesse card. Max 3 skill counters. When a treachery is revealed, place a skill counter here. Contaminant immunity. Let's see, when she would be stunned or confused, discard this card instead. Then give her a tough status card. +1 scheme. Pheromones. When you've revealed you are stunned and confused, place a skill counter on finesse. Venom Blast. Card gains surge and alter ego. If you're in hero form, she attacks you. And if this attack removed skill counters, could potentially get range, piercing, or overkill. Or all of the above. Inconspicuous. When revealed, choose, discard the highest cost card you control, or she schemes. And her side scheme. Spider-Woman would take damage from an attack, reduce the amount of damage she takes by 1 for each skill counter on finesse. So that is all her goodies. And here we've got some more variations for our main scheme. Looks like they're doing the same thing on the A side. Let's see, if there's more than 1 player on your team, stage gains hinder 2, the enemy leader gains steady. Hinder 2, each minion gains guard. Let's see, after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player discards the top card of the encounter deck. Each player discards a minion this way, puts it into play, engage with them. And guerrilla warfare, after status card is placed on the enemy leader, place a threat here. So just hide those over here. I think before we go into these, I feel like these are all connected. So these ideally probably go with Captain America. So we've got Falcon. I'll just flip through these. So these are the new Avengers. Got 5 of those. Hercules. They're all teamwork Avengers. When defeated, looks like they all go face down as a boost card. Goliath. And Freedom Fighters. And the new Avengers. Then Secret Avengers, got Black Panther, Spectrum, Freedom Fighters, Switching Sides, and a side scheme for the Secret Avengers. Then we have a Namor set with, you guessed it, Namor, Neptune's Trident, Horn of Proteus, Imperious Rex, and Ruler of Atlantis. And then the Atlanteans got 3 guards. The Atlanteans and Atlantis Attacks. And we've got a Spider-Man modular set with Tangled Up. Ooh, that's going to be nasty on us. 2 of those, Spectacular, and a Neighborhood Hero. And Luke Cage for the Defenders, Jessica Jones, Protect the Innocent, Street Defenders, and the Defenders. Then we have Hell's Kitchen with Daredevil, Iron Fist, Resistance Fighter, Street Defenders, and Defend Hell's Kitchen. And Cloak and Dagger set with Cloak and Dagger and Dark Force, Light Force, and Cloak and Dagger. All right, let's go to the other side now. Captain Marvel. Stats, scheming 1 through 2, attacking 2 to 3. Setup, the enemy team finds energy channel and attaches it to Captain Marvel. Response, after Captain Marvel attacks and defeats a character, place an energy counter on energy channel. 14 health and 18, depending on standard or expert. Then we've got Steady. Deal each player an encounter card. Captain Marvel cannot take damage this phase when revealed. And after she attacks and defeats a character, place an energy counter on energy channel. All right. So we've got the same stuff going on here with finding their scheme and revealing it. There's more than one player on your team. Hinder 2. When revealed, the enemy team searches encounter deck for minions, deals 1 to each player on your team as a face down encounter card. Each hero gains the unregistered trait. After another card is revealed, that gives 1 or more heroes the unregistered trait, deal 2 damage to each of those heroes. Then, all right, so you've got Energy Channel, that's your permanent. After a leader, hero, or ally attacks Captain Marvel, place a counter here. Then if there's at least 4 energy counters here, remove all of them. Captain Marvel attacks that character. This attack gains overkill. Then we have her helmet, +1 to scheme, gain stalwart. If you make a basic attack against Captain Marvel, spend 3 resources of the same type, discard this card. And it looks like the permanents here have the alternate art back. All right, got her helmet, Cosmic Flight, +1 attack. When she would take more than 3 damage from an attack, reduce it to 3, then discard this card. Photonic Blast. Either going to discard an ally or support, or she's going to attack you and place an energy counter on energy channel. Crisis Interdiction. She's either going to scheme and place an energy counter on it, or place 2 threat on each scheme. Energy Absorption. Place an energy counter on channel. Heal damage from her for each counter on there. And Alpha Flight Station. When defeated, place 3 energy counters on energy channel. Okay. Then the modular sets. We have Cape Killers. Got a Quick Strike. All right, 2 of those. Unregistered Super. An Obligation card. Bring them in. And an Arrest Order. Then we have Martial Law with some Shield Soldiers. 3 of those. A Rapid Response. And Shield Patrol. Then Heroes for Hire. Colleen Wing. Shang-Chi. Unregistered Super. Bounty Hunting. And Heroes for Hire. And then the Paladin set with Paladin. Then he's got 2 pistols. Bounty Hunting. And a Government Contractor. Then we'll move on to Iron Man. So scheming with an asterisk and attacking going from 1 to 3. So starting on both of those, Iron Man gets +1 scheme for each tech attachment on him to a max of 3 scheme. Set up, the enemy team searches the encounter deck for an Iron Man attachment and your team reveals it. 12 health on this one, 16 on that. Then when you make it to the 2nd level, Steady, Iron Man gets +1 scheme for each tech to a max of 3, and also deal each player an encounter card. Iron Man cannot take damage this phase. 16 health and 20 on the expert side. And that's the same that's been on all of them that we've seen. Cut off support. There's more than 1 player. Hinder 2. If the player reveals a treachery, place a threat here. And if you make it to this side, Negative Zone Prison. Reduce the target threat value of the scheme by 1 for each face-down card under it. After an ally is defeated by an enemy attack, place that ally face down under the scheme. That's nasty. Okay. Power Gauntlets. Gives him ranged. If you make a basic attack against him, spend those resources to discard it. Rocket Boots gives him aerial. Same thing for discarding it. Got a helmet. Give him a tough status and stalwart. Arc Reactor, retaliate, and a tough status. More armor. When you would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. Then if there's at least 5 damage, discard it. Then we've got some Repulsor Blast. Discard an upgrade or support. Or discard the top 5 cards, and for each energy or wild, deal a damage. Supersonic Punch. Let's see, he schemes if he has a tech attachment and you're confused. Oh, if he has a tech attachment, you are confused. Or he attacks you, and if he has tech, it gets piercing. Then Stark Tower. So that's his base cards. Then moving on to the modular sets, we've got Yellow Jacket, or the Mighty Avengers, with Yellow Jacket, Wasp, U.S. Agent, the Mighty Avengers, and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Then on to the Initiative with Doc Samson and Hellcat, Drafted, Mighty Avengers, and the 50 State Initiative. Maria Hill, Retaliate 2, that's not going to go well. 2 Life Model Decoys, Executive Order, and a Shield Helicarrier. Then Dangerous Recruit, we've got Venom, Bullseye, Justice Like Lightning, Excessive Force, and Dangerous Recruits. And we've got some extra schemes. Doing the same on that side. Hinder 2. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. And each minion gains guard. And 2A. Allies interplay exhausted. The enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for side schemes and deal them to each other player. And standard PvP cards. Righteous Calls. Whatever It Takes. Targeted Strike. ×2. And Choosing Sides. Then we have our basic, campaign cards. Futurist, Target Lock, High-Tech Suit, Suit Up, Provoked Response, You Started This, Alpha Flight Recruit, and Roll Power. So for Iron Man and Captain Marvel. Then for Cap, basic cards, No You Move, Fight Dirty, Recruited by Cap, People's Hero, and for Spider-Woman, Double Agent, Spider Blast, Hard to Hit, and Secret Contact. And standard PvP, Righteous Calls, Whatever It Takes, Targeted Strike, and Choosing Sides. So that is everything in the Civil War expansion for Marvel Champions, the card game. As always, hope you enjoyed this unboxing, so please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.